Tyson Bagent leads the Chicago Bears to victory with a game-winning drive in the fourth quarter with 19 points unanswered in that fourth quarter period. We're going to talk about it all and more right after this.
You are now tuned in to Chicago Bears Central, your number one place for all Chicago Bears news and content.
What's going on, Bears fans? Welcome to another episode of Chicago Bears Central, your number one spot for everything Chicago Bears related. I'm the host there, Haize, but more importantly, you guys can follow the channel at Chi Bears Central on every social media platform we happen to be on. With that said, let's go ahead and get into this content today, y'all. And the Chicago Bears end up winning this preseason game. It was ugly there for a while. The Chicago Bears were down 20-10 at halftime. They didn't give up another touchdown in the third quarter. But then the Bears go with 19 points unanswered in the fourth quarter. And Tyson Bagent throws 3 touchdown passes in this one. The Bagent baddies are going to be out. You're absolutely right. Tyson Bagent goes 20 of 28 today for 212 yards. 3 touchdowns, only sacked 1 time, a QB rating of 128.9. And listen, Tyson Bagent had himself a day. After signing his 2-year, $10 million contract extension that has incentives that can push it up to $16 million, Tyson Bagent came out here and he completely balled out. And he really led a drive that looked amazingly well. Like, I take it for what you will. If you can't acknowledge that Tyson Bagent had himself a hell of a drive here today, I don't know what to tell you. Again, I know that some people, radicals, are going to take this a different way to try to make it mean something else in their narrative than what it actually does, but that's a story for another day. We'll deal with that when we deal with it, but give Tyson Bagent his flowers. He played his ass off today. And that game-winning drive, him and Haize Walker, it was their drive, man. It was a great drive. And so, they go out, they complete it, and the Bears are able to stage a comeback, and they come back scoring 19 unanswered points in the fourth quarter to win 29-27. The Bears overall today, 310 yards in the air. Caleb Williams went 11 of 15 for 113 yards. Tyson Bagent and Caleb Williams both averaged 7.6 and 7.5 yards per throw completion there. And so 4 touchdowns as a team as well, a collective QB rating of 124.7, and they were sacked 2 times for 15-yard losses on that one. So, it was about as fun of a finish as you get on a third preseason game. And I don't take that for granted. So, they had a solid day today. Britton Brown had 13 carries as well for 27. He's trying to make the team. We don't exactly know what's going on with a lot of our running backs. Roshan's hurt. Kamananga's hurt. Ian Willard didn't play in this game. Deion Hankins is on injured reserve. So, we'll see what happens with the running back room. DeAndre Swift, for what it's worth, had 7 carries for 28 yards, an average of 4 yards per carry on that one. Not great. We didn't score a single touchdown on the ground today. And, it is what it is. When you look at the difference between the first half and the second half of this game, Steve-O on the live call called out that it felt like we were calling plays differently. Take that for what you will. But when you look at it, for example, we went 2 of 5 on third downs in the first half of this game. In the second half of the game, we converted a lot more, 5 of 9 for 56%. And we also went 2 for 3 on fourth downs as well, getting a little bit more creative. We had 29 total first downs in just the second half of this game, 9 first downs in the first half. So, the Bears played a much better overall role. We finished the game with 7 of 14 for 50% on third down efficiency in that one. So, take that for what you will. That's really good. But, the Bears offense today, and the defense for that matter, didn't really have the same kind of oomph, for lack of a better word, as what it had in the last preseason game. But, you're up against the Kansas City Chiefs. Their offense is really potent. Patrick Mahomes did throw a touchdown pass today. But overall, in the offense, for what it's worth, when the starting offense was out there, they moved the ball about as well as they wanted to in the first half of that game. So, that's something you need to watch out for, and we'll see what happens when it comes down to that. But, this was one of those games you just look at and you're like, okay, all right, Bears, what are we doing? What are we going to look like in the regular season? And, we'll see what happens with that one. Chris says Bagent gets the bag and gets a game-winning touchdown to boot after rallying the team for 2 scores down. Yep, I got to give him credit where credit's due. great finish for the Bears. We still have a lot of work on ahead of week 1, but super excited for the season. We got a lot of cuts to be made. And especially with the injuries, those cuts may not be as straightforward as what they seem like they were going to be when we started this, but we'll see. He's going to play his way into the team, giving us a third form. I mean, I know a lot of people will bring it up trading him. I do think they're going to keep him for the foreseeable future, but we shall see. Walker with the walk-off TD pass from Jahade Walker had himself a great one. That was a legit final drive. All props to Bagent. Caleb, throw the effing ball. I need to see the full play. I need to see this full playbook already. You and me both, bro. And I don't know how quickly, even into the regular season, to be 100% honest with you, that we get the full playbook. If I'm just being honest there, I don't know. My excitement is at a comfortable slow cooker simmer temperature right now. Fair. And listen, what do I say? What have I been saying on the shows? We can't let our excitement turn into expectation. And that's really where I sit at it. Like, I'm not going to act like I'm not excited about this team. I'm extremely excited about what this team could be. I look at the talent we have in the wide receiver room. I look at how Dennis Allen is going to use the talent that we have in the defensive back and overall in the defense. I look at all of that, and I'm excited. But I'm not going to let that. I let my excitement turn into expectation last year. And we ended up winning 5 games. So I'm not going to let it turn into excitement this year. We got some things we need to work out, and, we'll see how that ends up shaking out for us. Make Tyson Bagent our starter for week 1. Yeah, stop smoking dope. Bagent is a real solid backup option, especially for spot starts, but let's not get crazy, Bagent boys. Yeah, I mean, listen, Bagent is a really good backup quarterback, and I do think that with the incentive contract that they gave him to get $6 million in incentives, my natural assumption is that it has to be something with games played, games started, something like that as far as the incentive base in that. And we'll see what happens with that one. Man, this is a sign of good energy. After the Hail Mary, we lost all of our juju. Man, listen, it went so far down after that Hail Mary. It's going to be deadly with Ben Johnson and Declan Doyle calling plays. Just think of the creativity they're going to throw at teams. Man, I mean, Ben Johnson went out and got maybe the next Ben Johnson as his offensive coordinator. Like, that is a legitimate chance here. This is why Bagent should be a quarterback over. Yeah, no, that's stupid. Lions fan here, enjoy watching your content, brother. Appreciate that. And listen, we are not one of those channels that because you're a Lions fan, you can't come here. Now, when the Bears play the Lions, I expect shit talk, and we're gonna talk some shit to you as well, right? But we're glad that you enjoy the content, even despite not being a Bears fan. Special teams look bad, need an elite pass rusher. I mean, here's the thing. I don't think Dennis Allen was using his full creative scheme, but we'll see what happens there. We shall see what happens. But I think we'll be more okay. Keep in mind, I don't think we ever had a game where we really saw our whole defensive line rotation like actually in there all together and how they're going to be used. So let's see. I'm not going to say it's not a concern. You're not wrong for it being a concern, but let's just wait till we get to the regular season to see how we're going to do with that one. We didn't even have our starting linebackers in there, so relax, bear down. I mean, yeah, it's a lot going on there, like from all over. I think Tyson is the man, but we may never know. Come on, y'all. Glad Sewell got back in. Yeah, Sewell's really impressed me this offseason. Damn, Haize, calm down, bro. It was a joke. Oh, you good, bro. You good. I didn't flame you. It's not like I flamed you. I just said, all right, whatever. Ben Johnson, all right, good work today, team. Now get back to work. And that's one thing I love about Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson isn't going to let this team rest on any laurels at all. You shouldn't even have. Let's be clear. You got 2 preseason wins. Whoop-de-fucking-do. We went undefeated in the preseason and still sucked during the regular season. You have no laurels to rest on. So now you got to get in there and get to work. Cool. You had fun. You won some football games. You looked good. You executed at times. But we got a far way to go before we were ready to say that we're contending or competing for anything. Period. Haize, Tyson, the real sunshine. Probably. Bagent baddies got mad, horny over the final. Oh, bro, they're definitely rubbing their nipples.
Oh, my God. Bagent. Oh. Tyson. Oh. That's literally what Ghost
Judah's doing right now. Literally. Love seeing Mahomes with the devastation look. I mean, listen, I'll tell you this. I will tell you this about Mahomes is that he wears his emotions on his face, but you could tell that he's somebody that I don't want to say he hasn't faced adversity because that's not fair. Saying he hasn't faced adversity is not fair. But I want to see what Patrick Mahomes looks like in a season where the Kansas City Chiefs are playing well below expectations, where there's injuries on that team or something like that, and the team isn't like front running. I would love to see what Patrick Mahomes looks like then. I would love to see it. Please tell us what makes Caleb better than Tyson. I mean, he has the better arm, much better, stronger arm. And Tyson isn't overly more accurate than Caleb either. I do think that Caleb's a more dynamic playmaker, but I'll say this, Caleb has a lot to prove before we're willing to say that he can do that at the NFL level. So I'm not here to tell you like, oh my God, you should just be head over heels for Caleb Williams because he's our starting quarterback. Caleb got a shit ton to prove. But you know what? The one thing that I believe is that Ben Johnson's also going to be telling Caleb he got a lot that he can prove, period. Saw something on socials earlier where Ben was interviewed at halftime and said, this is not what we are supposed to be looking like. Accountability right there. Way better accountability from Ben Johnson than what we ever saw from Matt Eberflus. The first need to shake off their nerves and get to work. Precisely. They definitely need to get to work. Did Shamar Turner play at all? Remember, Shamar got hurt. Shamar got hurt, bro. So, no, he did not really play in this. The Bagency will be looking to recruit early in the season. That's crazy, the Bagency. That is hilarious. Now, that was some funny shit. Let's go, Tyson. The scheme on defense in preseason isn't telling, but your DB struggling to cover, your linebacker standing flat-footed and over-pursuing the missed tackles, and your D-line not winning one-on-ones even once. No, we won. Not in this game. Not in this game, but we've won some one-on-ones. Just not in this game. No, you're 100% correct on that. Haize looks like the swing tackle and Braxton is the star. Well, I had an episode. I don't know if you saw the daily episode, but it does look like Braxton Jones did hold on to that starting position. Haize's going to be the swing, and you're going to see Theo Benedict get in there some as well. Bagent is Tom Brady. You got to stop smoking dick, my boy. Like you got to take the dick out your mouth. Like you got to just pop that motherfucker right up on out your mouth. And just calm down a little bit. Take several steps back. Get too much dip on your chip there a little bit, my boy. Which regular season will start next week? I just want to see what this team will actually look like. You and me both, Josh. You and me both. Tyson plays 2s and 3s. We don't know what Bagent will be against 1s with this new scheme. That's fair. I mean, for that matter, we really don't look what anybody will look like. ATF, we stole this one. Hey, sometimes you got to steal. You got to rob. Defense didn't have their full starters out there. No Kyler, no Jalen. I mean, yeah, no Jalen at all. No Jalen at all. Well, this game had the most starters against starters. Yeah, but we're still missing quite a bit of our important starters out there. But I get what you're getting at, for sure. Haize did start at right tackle 20-plus times in Boston College. Yes, we all know, bro. We all know. I don't think Bagent is QB1, but shout out to him. He's focused. Yeah, listen, Tyson Bagent, he's a good quarterback. Like, again, the thing that I hate when people have to do is they feel like they got to knock Caleb to talk positively about Bagent or vice versa. Like, I think sports should be a lot more layered than that. I think it actually hurts. Like, if you try to boost somebody up and you're like, oh, yeah, because the other person's horrible. No, talk about their strengths and why their strengths are better than the other person's strengths. Like, I think that's a much better, like, communication vehicle for that. Man, the O-line got bullied just like the D-line did today. Hope this was a wake-up call to them. I don't think the O-line got overly bullied. But it wasn't what we saw, like, earlier before, for sure. Kieran was yet another wasted pick by polls. It's way too early to be saying. He's not even into his second season. Way too early to be saying somebody's a wasted pick. Way too early to be saying that. We knew he was raw. We knew he was extremely raw when we drafted him. Extremely. Bear down, facts. I think Tyson Bagent is valuable backup who will be a starter elsewhere next year. I mean, could be. And I mean, listen, weirder things have happened in the NFL. So, you know, if that's his NFL journey, shout out to him. Shout out to him. Attack the argument, not the man, for sure. Moad home. Listen, y'all saw what I went through at halftime. I'm not all the way here. I'm about to wrap this up. I just wanted to provide y'all a post-game show. Not going to go as long as we normally would. It is the last game. It's midnight here where I am. I'm tired. My stomach has been killing me, and I love y'all. That's what it is. But All right, y'all. Thank you guys for tuning in, man, on this quick post-game show. We will be back in full gear for the regular season, so make sure you guys stay in tune with us for that. You guys can follow us at Bull Central. You guys can follow us at Shy Bear Central. You can send us any feedback, questions, comments, concerns, ChicagoBearCentral@gmail.com. Lastly, if you want to leave a text message and our voicemail for the mailbag, the number to do so, 773-242-9336. We're the #1 spot for everything Chicago Bears related. Catch you guys on the next one. Chi-Town up, Bear down. Love you guys.